Are you tired of doing a ton of different bicep curls, lifting really heavy weights, working your arms all the time and not seeing any growth? Well, watch this video and I'm gonna show you how to get bigger biceps as fast as possible. Hey, what's up, man? Gary Walker here with WalkerFitMuscle.com. All right, in this video, I'm gonna tell you some things you can do to get bigger biceps. How to get bigger biceps quickly, and basically all we're gonna be doing is using dumbbells. All right, I'm gonna give you a couple cool techniques that you can utilize at the end of the video. I'm gonna give you some tips that you need to implement to make sure you are doing everything necessary to get bigger biceps, all right? But then I'm also gonna give you some cool exercises and techniques at the end of the video. So make sure you check out the end of the video to check out those techniques. All right, first thing you have to do is you gotta make sure that you are eating enough food. If you're trying to grow, regardless of the body part, bigger biceps, bigger chest, bigger legs, you've got to eat a lot of food. Make sure you're eating your protein. Make sure you're eating your complex carbohydrates. Make sure you're eating your essential fats. Make sure you're getting all of those macronutrients. And eat in a surplus. Eat more than your body is expending every day to allow enough nutrition for your body to recover and grow. All right, so that's one of the key things. Next thing, you gotta prioritize those biceps, man, all right? At the end of the day, if you want your biceps to grow, you need to prioritize those. And basically what I mean is hit those more frequently. The routine I'm gonna give you at the end of this video, basically if you do this every third day, do it twice a week, every third day, then you're gonna get tremendous progress. But make sure you're doing at least more than one workout a week for those biceps. Also, next tip you wanna make sure you're utilizing is lift in the hypertrophy range. If your goal is to build muscle, you don't necessarily need a lot of strength, all right? Two different types of goals. If you wanna get extremely strong, low reps, extremely heavy weight. If you want to grow, you need to lower the weight slightly and you want to make sure you're in the 8 to 10 rep range, all right? You can actually get 12 to 15 reps sometimes for these biceps to really get those stubborn biceps to grow. But for the workout I'm gonna give you, shoot for the 8 to 10 rep range because we're adding some cool intensifier techniques that are really gonna help bring out those biceps, all right? Next thing you wanna make sure you're doing, increase the tension and the intensity in your bicep training. Again, some of the techniques I'm gonna share with you are gonna help you do that. All right, but that being said, let's get started with some of these exercises that you need to make sure that you're incorporating to get big biceps. The first thing you wanna do, if your biceps are small, you're trying to prioritize those, you need to hit the short head and the long head, all right? Short head meaning the inside of the bicep, long head meaning the outside of the bicep. You can do that with narrow grip, wide grip, a lot of angle variations. The exercises I'm giving you are designed to hit both, short head, long head, and you're gonna really focus on getting a full 3D looking bicep. All right, first exercise you're gonna see me doing, it's a Scot curl. It looks similar to a preacher curl, okay? Here's the thing with the preacher curl. The preacher curl, a lot of times the angle on the preacher curl benches, it allows you to really cheat the movement at the top of the exercise. You're actually resting and you're losing some of that tension. Scot curl is more of a straight down exercise, so your biceps are constantly fighting gravity. All right, you'll notice I'm using an incline bench. I like doing these on an incline bench, and you can get a straight up and down bench if you need to. However, incline, if you see the very steep incline, that's really a pretty good angle. So the focus here is start at the bottom, get a really good big stretch, and then focus on that mind-muscle connection, man, when you're working the biceps. Allow the biceps to do all of the work. All right, keep a supinated grip, meaning palms should be facing up, out and up, and rotated out. Pinky should be slightly higher than your thumb. That is a full supinated grip. So nice and slow and under control when you're doing these. So you're gonna wanna shoot for the 8 to 10 rep range, all right? You're gonna do one side, alternate, go to the other side. I like doing unilateral movements as opposed to just a standard barbell. I like doing the dumbbells when I'm working biceps, so you can focus on each side independently and really hone in on that mind-muscle connection. All right, the other cool thing for this, Scot Curls really allow you to isolate the biceps. So there's no cheating, no momentum, none of that going on within the movement. And you really get to focus on a peak contraction at the top. You'll notice the angle. Once again, the reason I like the Scot Curl is because you still are fighting the weight and the gravity as opposed to your arm. If you're doing a preacher curl, a lot of times the weight is directly over your elbow, and that's more of a resting position. As that weight comes in front of the elbow, then you're naturally fighting gravity. So that's the goal with this whole exercise, all right? Next exercise, you're gonna be doing a dumbbell plate curl. This allows you to get a close grip. You'll notice my hands are really close and you're grabbing the plate, the bottom of the upper dumbbell. So you wanna make sure you're squeezing tight when you're doing this. And on the way down, you don't have to get a full stretch. It's gonna be kind of hard to get a full stretch when you're using this close of a grip. All right, the key point here is keep your shoulders back. Don't round your shoulders forward. And that's gonna be the same with all bicep exercises. Make sure you're isolating the biceps and you're keeping those shoulders out of the movement. All right, also you'll notice elbows pinned to the side, and you try to keep them as tight as possible while you're doing this. Nice stretch at the bottom. Again, you don't have to do a complete full range of motion here because you're using such a narrow grip, which is gonna place a lot more emphasis on the long head of the bicep. That's why I like this exercise. And nice, slow and control on that contraction at the top. Go ahead and hold those contractions for about 2 seconds. Squeeze as hard as you can at the top of every single bicep contraction, all right? 1001, 1002, then let up and take it back into the stretched position. So again, like I said, just to reiterate, this exercise is great for the long head of the bicep, which is what you typically work when you bring your hands closer together. All right, and this exercise also allows you to keep constant tension on the bicep, which is another reason I like it. All right, this next exercise is gonna have a different kind of a technique involved. It is a bicep complex. All right, basically what you're gonna be doing is an across body bicep curl, okay? Once again, you're utilizing 2 different hand positions. So we're gonna start with a unilateral, so you're doing one side at a time first. The reason I like doing unilateral as opposed to alternating, meaning right side, left side, right side, left side, the unilateral position, the unilateral movement allows you to put more tension on that bicep with no rest, because straight up to a contraction, straight down into a stretch, right back into another contraction, as opposed to resting for the other side to get its contraction and stretch. All right, instead of alternating, we're doing a unilateral. But if you'll notice the hand grips, the hammer grip is what we're utilizing. This basically is a palm facing one another. Instead of palms facing up, palms facing down, it's a neutral grip position, and you're bringing the dumbbells straight across the midline of your body. Once again, focus on keeping those shoulders back. There's gonna be a natural tendency for your shoulders to come forward. Try to focus on that, all right? Utilize that mind-muscle connection, keep the shoulder pinned back, and allow the bicep to do all of the movement. Here's the complex. You're not going to rest and go into another exercise. You're gonna do your right side, left side, or whichever one you wanna start with, and then you're doing the exact same movement pattern. However, you're changing the hand position into a supinated position. No longer hammer grip, you are rotating those wrists all the way out. Again, trying to get the pinky higher than the thumb. That is gonna create a peak contraction along the midline of the body, which is gonna really give you that real big peak in your bicep. All right, same thing here. You should really focus on using that mind-muscle connection. And this is the complex. Like I said, it's 2 different variations of the same exercise back to back. That's why it's a bicep complex, both utilizing the across body curl. All right, once you've done these, again, you're gonna be shooting for 8 to 10 reps. And what you're gonna do next is go into a triplex, all right? I really like this triplex. This is a spider curl triplex. If you've never done a spider curl, you're really gonna feel this in your upper biceps, okay? So you'll notice me on an incline bench. That's the perfect angle for doing this. You want your hands and your arms to be pretty much at a dead hang, but keep your shoulders and your elbows in line with one another while you're doing these, okay? It's gonna be easy to use your shoulders to bring the weight forward, and that's going to activate your anterior delts. We wanna eliminate that movement. So basically you're keeping these straight down, all right? Dumbbells straight down, and initiate the movement by bending the elbow, not the shoulders. That's the key with this exercise. First thing you're gonna do, a straight up supinated grip. All right, supinated, palms straight away from your body and curling up. You're gonna wanna do 8 to 10 reps of the supinated position, okay? From here, you're gonna do a unilateral, so again, one side at a time, a unilateral concentration curl. You're rotating those elbows out while you're doing these, and you're gonna be bringing the dumbbells more across the midline of the body. Instead of completely away and then back up, now you're going across the midline of your body when you're doing these. You're really gonna feel this, and it's gonna create a great peak contraction, all right? This is gonna add some of that height to your bicep. Again, we're going for bringing the all-around bicep look. Working short head, long head, working on the peak. So we're trying to focus on everything when you're doing this. All right, now that you've done the second exercise in this complex, the last one is going to be the close grip. So once again, you'll notice the dumbbells coming together in the middle, right at the midline, all right? Midline meaning center of your body. Bring those dumbbells together and hold them there. Really hold that contraction. Nice, good stretch at the bottom. And again, contract that weight up as hard as possible. Here's the thing when you're contracting the weight. Once again, initiate the movement at the bend of the elbow, not the shoulders. It's gonna be easy to cheat and add momentum and shorten the range of motion. Once it gets heavy, your body's got a natural tendency to cheat the movement, meaning you're gonna try to drive the weights forward than pulling back. All right, by doing that, you're activating more of your anterior delts, the front of your shoulders. You really don't want that with these movements. Okay, you wanna make sure you're isolating the biceps as much as possible, especially with this triplex. You're really gonna notice a huge burn, man. You're gonna get a lot of blood flow, which is gonna help drive growth hormone into those muscles as well. So you're doing everything you need to. By doing the complex and then the triplex, you're adding extreme intensity to the biceps. A ton of blood, you're gonna have a massive pump. All right, you're really gonna be stretching those biceps. Again, shoot for doing this 2 times per week. And here's the key, you wanna do 2 sets of each. So this workout actually isn't gonna take you a long time. All right, you're gonna wanna do, for instance, when you go back to the Scot curl, you're gonna do your first set, you're gonna rest about 60 seconds, that's it, and then do your second set. Once you've done that, get started with that next exercise. Rest 60 seconds in between, go straight into the plate curl. So by doing this, you're keeping that blood in those muscles. You're keeping that huge pump. A lot of blood flow, a lot of lactic acid, so it's gonna burn, but again, that's gonna drive growth hormone into the biceps as well. So anyways, try this workout, man. Comment below, let me know what you think about it. Comment before, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And then also after you try the workout, do me a favor, come back and comment on the workout itself. I wanna know what you think about it. Did you really feel the massive burn? Because there's gonna be a massive burn when you do this. And again, it's gonna create a huge pump in those biceps, man. They're gonna feel a lot bigger already. But frequency is gonna be the key. So make sure you're doing this a couple times per week. And shoot for 6 to 8 weeks. If you can do this for 6 to 8 weeks, a couple times a week, you're gonna notice your biceps looking fuller. They're gonna be looking taller. So you're gonna have that 3D looking bicep, which is what you wanna do. So again, make sure you're fueling your body, eat enough food to fuel these intense workouts, and also you have enough food and nutrients to replenish and recover from these intense workouts. But all right, man, that's all I got. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, man, please subscribe to my channel and share it with some of your family members, share it with some of your buddies. And other than that, that's all I got. Get busy, get after it. God bless.